Welcome to the Coaching Life Podcast. My name is Pat Martin. I'm here with my pal, Coach Chris Stewart. We're at the pod, on the campus of Ohio University, in the Schoonover Center.
Covered all those details well.
Tuesday, February.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Coach, I've got
Tuesday, February 23rd? No, not yet. February
not yet.
17th.
Right. I have a new addition to my wardrobe. I don't know if you noticed. A Meg's archery shirt.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was going to say, no, it's still Meg's.
My closet continues to be consumed by maroon.
Maroon and gold.
Maroon and gold, but
yes. It used to be maroon and baby poop yellow. Remember those football pants years ago? Would have been worn by guys like Mike Bartram probably wore those.
Kind
back
of
in
goldish
the day.
looking, is that what you're thinking?
They were, yeah, I think they were attempting like a Vegas gold, but it was like a green mixed in with gold. Yeah, it was bad. It was like the color of when your newborn baby poops. That's.
I think the softball team wears that collar. Those collar.
Do they?
The JV, not the varsity softball. Our varsity softball uniforms are nice.
Pretty sweet.
They are nice.
You guys spare no expense down
Coach
there.
Roush does
Guys,
a
they
good job.
get Nike stuff at Meg's.
I don't think these are Nike.
Hats, Nike. Oh yeah.
I don't think these are Nike. Yeah. The baseball program does have Nike.
Phil Knight sponsors them. Yeah.
We do. Yeah. But,
just tosses you stuff all the time. Here's some new shoes. Here's some new.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. What's new?
A lot's new since the last time we were in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recovering from a little sickness here.
I got
to be careful if I start.
I was sick our last recording, wasn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think I was sick. I was sick for at least a month.
You're sick quite a while.
Yeah, I was sick for a month.
That's going around here. I'm learning that.
People, I looked it up. There's something called, I can't remember what it is, what they call it, long-term something. Not COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
like a flu?
Yeah, long-term virus. Maybe it's, I don't know, virus, but yeah, they say a lot of people's having it. They can't get over it. Just lasts and lasts and lasts.
Yeah.
And I had
feel
a
like
cough.
It happens every year, don't you? I mean, everybody's like, flu's going around like terrible this year.
Flu for sure.
I mean, it's the same.
But I don't know that I've ever been sick for a month like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over it. I started to get worried.
Yeah.
I sat up in my bed a couple of nights thinking,
is this ever going to end? Yeah.
This might be it. This might be the downward slope.
Yeah.
And
it does take a little longer to go away the older you get.
I turned 45.
Yeah, you did. Happy birthday.
A few days ago.
You and your wife, your bride, also had a birthday, didn't they? And you guys had an anniversary recently.
No. Our anniversary's in July.
It's in summer.
Thanks for checking me on that.
Yeah, just making sure that you're,
and someone messaged me and said, happy 45th birthday, and it shocked me. Like with a hammer.
That you're that old.
Hit me in the head. I was like, wow.
It's
not
old, though.
I remember that.
That's not old.
Here's the thing, though. I remember, like, this is kind of dark.
Sad.
Dark.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm like thinking, my dad is 45 years old.
You remember when you were thinking?
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Dad's old.
Yeah,
he can't do the same things that I can do.
I don't know that. I don't even know if that's true now. If I told him that, he would die trying. But there's been a bunch of times that he's been frustrated as he's getting older that he can't do the same things that he used to do. And I've told him I could never do the things that he used to do. But
have you? Let me ask you this: have you begun wearing the reader glasses?
No, I just can't read anything, but I've noticed it.
Yeah, you do notice a difference if you put them on.
No, I noticed not.
I can't bring myself to put any on either, but there's some things that you just can't. There's some things you just can't. Like I was trying to read how many Tylenol, because I don't take medicine very much. Like I take vitamins and things like that.
You don't know how to.
But I was so sick this week, and my back and neck were aching so bad. I'm like, I'm at least going to take a couple of Tylenol, and I didn't know how many to take because I don't take it. I'm sorry. Do you take Tylenol a lot?
Yeah, enough.
Okay. Well, so I'm looking at
I probably do. I take a bit more than I should. Probably.
Reading the label, and
I'm interested to know how many you took
I'm
after
looking
the
back.
story.
Well, I ended up with 2.
Okay, that's what I think too.
But the reason for that is because I found a pair of readers at the house. I'm like, wow, it's amazing how much better that is to. But I got to the point I could not see it.
Let me tell you what I did. This may devastate you or just freak you out. So you can take ibuprofen.
Yeah, that's different. It's acetaminophen, or Tylenol is acetaminophen, and ibuprofen is ibuprofen.
Right. So you can rotate those.
I've heard that
On a schedule.
Yeah, like
so if you're feeling really bad and it lingers with you all day, you can
take them both.
I think Tylenol's every 6 hours. Ibuprofen's every 8.
Okay. So how do you stack those?
You remember when you're taking your ibuprofen. You remember when you're taking your Tylenol, and they're separate schedules.
Wow.
So you might end up taking them both at the same time.
And you're just destroying your stomach in the meantime.
No, you're fine. You'll be fine once in a while, Coach. Once in a while, you can do that.
I like preventative measures like turmeric, by the way.
Yeah,
Let me speak for turmeric here.
Turmeric or airborne?
Daily. Take turmeric daily. Is airborne natural? Is it a drug?
I don't know because I've never taken it.
Yeah, turmeric is
Coach Davis.
Turmeric's a spice. And
okay.
I take what's the milligrams of that? It's a couple. I do it in capsules. You can do it in spoonfuls.
You always take that?
I do every day. I use it so I don't ever have a headache. I don't have aches and pains usually.
But you did.
I had a virus or something too. Yeah, something hit me there. It was bad. Like you can hear it in my voice even right now too.
I could. When I came in, we were talking before we came on.
My head's full of snot.
So
this ear's completely clogged, and so I feel like I put those headphones on a minute ago to listen to check our sound, and I went, it's only come out of one set of head, only on the right side, and then I had to pop my ear there, and no, it's actually coming out. It was I can't hear very well this year. I'm just full of snot, and everybody wanted to know that. I want to make sure that. I don't care because I'm on the upswing now. I feel it, and it's Tuesday of the week before baseball starting.
Yes.
And so as long as I'm good by next Monday, then we're good to go.
All right.
Ready to talk
February 23rd.
February 23rd.
Let's talk about some challenging topics.
The first challenge. Okay, you want to just get right into it?
Sure.
You want to go right at the OHSAA right here off the bat? I would love to do that. Here's the first challenging topic I've got. Our first day of mandatory practice is February 23rd. Monday, February 23rd. Mandatory meaning that we can tell everybody, look, it's baseball season. You got to be here, right? If you want to play baseball, you got to be at practice. Now, what we can't do is make it mandatory for kids that are already playing a winter sport that's still in progress,
right?
AKA basketball. Mm-hmm. So I love basketball. I love our kids playing basketball. I want our kids to play as many sports as they can. I'm not complaining about that in saying this whatsoever, so don't hear this. But here's the problem. We're going to have an entire week of practice without any of those kids, not because they've advanced in the tournament, but because they haven't even played a tournament game yet. They will not have played their first tournament game until Friday after the first week of baseball practice.
Yep.
Which means if they win, which I want them to win,
obviously.
Right? If they win, we're not going to see them for another week.
Yep.
And then, and I know people who have that happen every year are like, well, we had, South Webster, like boo-hoo. We have that happen every year. Our kids go to the regionals every year. Well, that's great. I get that's a different scenario. It's not what I'm talking about. If we win and that happens, we'll deal with it. The problem is these sports are overlapping now. Yep. It happened the same way.
Intentionally, too, because there's a free week this week.
It happens with baseball or with basketball and football overlap. We had a kid that, played his first basketball game this year. Part of that was because he was injured and didn't get to practice as much, but without having, I think, maybe 1-2 days of practice. And so what's happening is we got a lot more kids that are getting less practice, less preparation because of the overlap. And one, it's hard to prepare, but two, it's not as safe either because we're talking about pitchers coming in
absolutely
and immediately wanting to throw in a scrimmage.
Which is a difference between football and basketball overlapping.
It is.
And you need them to throw in scrimmages for conditioning, to get them ready to throw.
There's nothing like throwing in a game, right? Or in a game type situation. So whether it's a scrimmage that you have against an opponent or you're scrimmaging it, inter squad or live or whatever, they've got to be ready to throw, and it takes some time to ramp them up. And unless those kids are coming to your bullpen sessions, and which fortunately most of ours are, so that helps. So I'm not this isn't going to be that big of a deal to us. I just thought I'd bring it up that it's a new phenomenon within the last couple of years. I feel like. Does it seem like it's been going around longer than that? Like this year. When I looked at their bracket and I saw that their first game, they didn't even have a chance. Like the first round games is February 27th, and our first day of practice is February 23rd.
Really?
Yeah. Our guys are not it doesn't matter if you get the lowest seed. The first round of games is not until Friday in Division 6.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of that week.
So Division 4 starts Monday.
Oh, same day as first day of baseball.
Right.
Okay.
Which
I think last year it was like Tuesday for Division 6. Tuesday.
But we added a week. Like this week right here was a free week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we pushed the start back.
Yeah.
Right.
Then, and it's not just. I would say it's not just the HSAA. I was reading an article or maybe a Twitter conversation the other day. North Carolina has 9 days between the end of their basketball season and the beginning of competitive baseball.
Competitive baseball meaning games?
Yes. So you have 9 games to get ready. Now,
not 9 days.
9 days, yeah. And they're extending
That's
that.
insane.
Yes, it is. It's unsafe.
If anybody listens to us and you're from North Carolina and you're a baseball coach and you can confirm that, give us a shout.
Seriously. Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd love to.
Yeah, well, the article that I read said that they were in talks to extend that, and I think the extension was it would be another 2 weeks, because 9 days is almost 2 weeks anyway. So thinking back on reading that article.
Well, it'd be. Yeah,
unless
if you're only counting Monday through Friday,
days.
Right?
They might be saying 14 days, but I don't think they ever really. It was a kind of vague that way. 2 weeks, but 2 weeks could be 10 days. Which is, but maybe not. Maybe it would be 14 days. I really believe this, or I wouldn't say it. We cut corners around COVID. When the COVID pandemic hit, we cut corners.
Yep.
And it seems like that mentality of, well, it'll be okay, stuck around. Of, what's the right thing to do as compared to what can we do? You know what I mean?
Well, I do. And let me add something to that, because there was something else that we did during, or I should say, after COVID, probably, we started making a lot of these decisions based on how can we recuperate some of the money that we lost during that time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have the research to show that, to prove that. Like I said, I made that statement, and they're like, well, back that up. I'm just assuming that, I guess. Mm-hmm. It just seems like that. When you add, when you go from allowing 8 football teams in a region in the playoffs, and you go from that to 16, and you collect all of the money at the gate for those as a state organization, what are you really doing? You're trying to recuperate some money, let's be honest, because those were not good games. Now, I like where they're at right now with 12.
Did a 16 ever beat a 1? I don't think so. I think the biggest was like a 14 and a 3, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not even sure there was a good game. Yeah. There may have been a good game somewhere around the state, but yeah. And it's not just our state. I know that every state has challenges too. There are probably other people that are listening from other states and thinking, yeah, you guys think you've got it bad. We live in Michigan, and
right.
We don't get to go outside ever.
Sure.
Whatever. So
yeah. And then I was talking to someone the other day that said in Georgia, the opportunity to play baseball lives year round.
Yep.
They play year round down there.
Yep.
Which the
weather permits it.
Sure, but there's also you could there's an argument against that as well for safety too.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's it's hard.
So
let me ask you this.
Anyway, so what my point there is, I've got a week of practice kids are going to be gung ho ready to go. I got no catchers that week.
Yeah, and how
'Cause
do
they
you
play basketball,
You can't.
right?
You really can't. There's not the tryout. Like it's hard to start a
Right,
tryout
right.
that period because you're gonna have kids missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But tryout. I mean, we use the language of tryout. You know, like the first few days is actually going to be like a tryout period. But for us, it's just we're trying. We're just evaluating. We're practicing you. We're instructing you and practicing.
Sure.
But your tryout is going to be us determining if you're going to be on the varsity team or the JV team.
Yes.
Or if you're going to contribute to both.
Right.
You know, depending on what our numbers are, we might just dress everybody all the time, and then these kids will play JV games.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Right.
I mean, our numbers
Makes
look
it
like
tough.
they should be enough to have two different squads, but you just never know. It's
How do you feel
fluctuated.
about? So we're at the back end of baseball. Baseball is at the back end of the sport, so we don't. I mean, we do, but it's not. I'm talking about school sports. How do you handle? Like, what if you have a kid that wants to come in next week?
Oh,
A basketball player.
like a player that I wasn't expecting to play?
No. One of your catchers wants to come in and catch.
Oh. But he's still playing basketball.
Right.
We have a pretty good, I think, a good collaboration team between particularly basketball and baseball. I think.
How does the basketball catch?
Well, I mean, I just don't. That is, I mean, well, the basketball coach's son came in through a bullpen Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I mean. Is like I think what I think we are going to have catchers at our first week of practice because because one of those doesn't play at all. He sits the bench and he understands that he's on the team, but I mean, you know, Caleb.
Yeah.
And Caleb's like, I'm going to come and.
That's and I'm okay with that.
And he said he's talked to Greg, Coach Lloyd, you know, and everything. Blaze will be there too.
But let me ask you this: What happens if a starter comes and gets hurt
To practice?
Yeah, and gets hurt practicing baseball.
Like I don't think we're going to have any starters there.
Right.
And I wouldn't encourage it either. I would like Ethan, for example, Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yes. Good example.
A prime example. You know, starting point guard on the basketball team, or two guard, I think, and you know, been our starting shortstop for 3 years, going on 4 here, and will be our number one arm too. I'm not going to ask him to talk to Coach Lloyd.
We've had a starter,
because I don't expect that at all.
Yeah, we've had a starter that has asked to come to our bullpens, open gyms, and I wouldn't let him.
Really?
Because I feel like it's a situation where it would be very detrimental to the team if he would get hurt. And I'm just going to throw. Yeah. But what happens if you get caught in crossfire, or you're not,
Sure.
you know, someone misses, or you're just not paying attention, the ball gets by your glove, hits you in the face,
Yeah.
you know, and you're not able to finish your basketball season.
Yeah. You ever have kids go to open gym during baseball? Like basketball open gym?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, so I certainly don't mind them coming to our open gym.
I could only control one aspect.
Right.
Like what, you know what I mean? And that I feel like that burden's on me
as the coach
that allows them to come and get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to, one kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, I can manage that going forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, we have some.
I think there's even greater danger in them going and playing basketball during baseball season.
Well, there is. I mean,
I cringe every time a guy goes up for a layup or comes down, you know.
Yeah. And that's, let's we could talk about that too. We were making all these rules about coaching limitations and player transfers and things like that. Why don't we look into the way that all of our sports collide and the impact that has on, on everything and everyone. And, why is it that, AAU basketball is so popular in the spring, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. That's a whole other stuff. Yeah.
It's just everything collides
Yeah,
now.
it does. Because you're talking club sports too, which is a whole different animal.
It is.
You know, I mean, but it's a situation every year
We don't have to
where
allow
you've got
it, though.
kids.
The OHSA could make a rule that says you're not allowed to play. I mean, you're not. You're
Well,
not allowed,
they could.
You're not allowed to play a club baseball. You're not
During baseball, right? During the
Right.
same sport,
Correct.
You can't play the same sport during.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But you could play club. But well, they don't. They just don't say anything about it. Like it would be helpful to me if the OHSAA would make a decision, or NFA, whoever makes these decisions, one way or another. Like say, or maybe they do. Maybe they say it's just up to each school in that situation. Where if you want a kid to play, like for example, a girl wants to play club volleyball, which is during basketball season, but she also wants to play basketball. Well, that's completely up to the school district or the coach,
Right.
as opposed to the OHSAA saying you can't do this.
Yeah.
You know, we've got kids that want to play club basketball, which is in the spring during baseball season, and you know, typically it's you'll get those requests. You know, well, you know, they're only going to miss on Saturday or Sunday. You know, do you do anything on Sundays? Things like that, and yeah, we actually do things on Saturday. We practice and we have games on either practice or a game on every Saturday except prom weekend, and so. You're telling me that you're going to miss every Saturday. I can't allow that, you know? And at some point, I don't know, at some point it's you want to give kids the most information, the best information that you can give them to make the best decision that they believe that they can make, you know, and their parents are helping with these decisions as well. And one of the things that it's hard though, because you want to say, look, seriously, you're going to give up a school sport with your friends to play a club sport, right? But
It's a tough conversation.
it is because I really love basketball, but I like baseball, and how. You know, and because I don't know, they've been doing it, you know, this isn't something that happens just once. It happens every year. I mean, I get these questions every year.
Well,
and it's hard to want to look at somebody who's like a freshman in high school and say, look, I'm sorry, you're not going to play college basketball.
yeah.
In the same way I would look at a kid who is saying, hey, I'm not going to play football this year because I feel like I should play fall baseball because I'm looking at playing college baseball. And I'd be honest with them and say, don't do that, because yeah, you could probably play college baseball, but it's not going to matter if you play in the fall or not.
Right.
You're going to play college, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
At what point do you just give those honest answers without making it sound like you're only saying that because you want the kid to play,
Right.
you know, your sport? But,
Yeah, it's tough. I liken that to the job conversation. So I've lost a few kids this year.
well, yeah, the
They wanna
jobs.
work.
Yeah.
Man, and I saw one of them, and he was working, and he said, man, I'm like, what are you doing? Why aren't you coming to open gym? I knew he wasn't going to play. I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to work. I said, when you're 33 and a half years old, you're going to wake up and you know what you're going to get to do? You're going to get to go to work. But you know what you're not going to get to do? You're not going to be able to come and play baseball with your buddies. But
Man, I've had that same conversation a lot.
here's the thing, Coach, though. It's hard because we have less and less people in our society that are willing and able to work.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like I have, you know, I give them credit. Like I think highly of them because they want to work. They have a working mentality. I think that's great. It's like, man, you're at such a young age. You're sacrificing that.
Yeah.
First, it's great that you have that work ethic. You can do that your whole life. We need that, but it's hard to I don't want to just like you're
hard,
saying.
That's
same
a hard.
level.
It's because you don't want to come across as sounding like work is unimportant. You know, be a kid while you're a kid. No, I get it. Like we need to help people understand how to be adults as well, and work is of extreme value. That, you know, earning your own money and managing your time and all those things. But what you're saying is there is a limit to, you know, can pretty much choose to work all of your life if you want. You know, I mean, you may not be able to choose the exact job you want, but you'll find one.
Well, you'll probably have. You know, it's really not even a choice. Probably you'll have to if you're. You know.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing is you got to work, right? You don't have to play like right now. While baseball is a privilege, then play it, because work isn't a privilege. It's going to be something that you're going to have to do. Yeah. And right now, if the question I always ask them is, do you have to? Right? Because I've had kids that don't have to but do because they want the nice stuff, right? Or I've had kids that have to.
Sure.
And then honestly, that's a case by case basis with me. I definitely work around that. I help them work around those things. So. There's a lot of caveats to things sometimes, it seems like that
that's what I think you said, case by case. You have to be able to. It's hard to have a line that you draw.
I don't know, like should I get like we were talking about AAU basketball, right? I have a line right there.
You mean in the example that you gave?
Well, no, I mean, that's an example of a hard line. I'm asking you, like, what do you recommend? Like, should that be something I adjust in my thinking and in my approach as a coach? Like what I mean by that is the hard line is you just can't do both.
I can't.
You just can't play high school baseball and also be on an AAU basketball team. Joe Burrow came and asked if he could do it, and if we told Joe no, we're going to tell your kids no, right? And it's just true. It's not fair to anyone to say you can miss one day a week regardless. I don't know.
I have
but maybe I need to adjust in that.
I have a no. I think you're saying so. It's one day a week.
Well, sometimes, yeah. I mean, what you're getting now is people say, because it's more than, it really is more than one day. I'm assuming. Would a club basketball commitment be more than one day? Are they literally only playing on Saturday, never practicing?
There's been Sunday games played too, so it could be two. So you're talking Saturday and Sunday for the tournament.
So it's Saturday, Sunday. So yeah,
there's higher level AAU.
Yeah,
kids will get on planes on Thursday and they'll be back on Monday.
Well, it's like higher level travel baseball. You're playing pool play on Tuesday and Wednesday.
True.
Right. And so, but yeah. That's the thing too. Is it
I have this
travel balls in any sport right now, basketball or baseball? You got high level that really is getting looked at by college coaches, and then you've got just you can't say the word AAU and assume it's the same thing.
It's really a rec league is what it is. It's an organized.
It's club ball. It's club rec.
It's a pickup rec league.
Yeah.
You get who you want. You go play.
Yeah.
In our playbook, I have the spring sports season offers some opportunities for possible commitments away from the baseball program. These commitments could be anything from family vacations to another school sport to a club sport and more. The Meg's high school baseball program supports and encourages these opportunities with the understanding that a plan of priority and communication is established prior to the beginning of the season.
Okay, so you allow it.
Allow what? I think that
a kid to run track, play baseball, play basketball, go on a family vacation.
I have allowed a kid to play track once.
Yeah,
and
did it work?
I don't think you can do it.
It's hard, isn't it?
And I think he would agree now that we tried.
Was he a runner or a thrower?
Runner, but you can't control the way other coaches feel like they have to practice their kids.
Yeah.
So he was having a great year. It was really good.
As a baseball player or as a runner?
As a baseball player. But as time went on, track meets get more important as you go.
Sure they do.
In the track season. So he was an elite sprinter.
Yeah.
And so obviously that was his priority. So as time went on, he began spending more time, and as the more time he spent away from the baseball program, the his season started to get, the production dipped.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say it can't, well, I did say it can't work, but that's not true. It can work, and I wouldn't say I won't let track athletes play baseball.
Yeah.
But there's some dynamics that have to be talked about there.
There's a lot of dynamics, man. Like, I'm thinking of a lot of things right now that are, you know, I mean, you're talking about his performance on the baseball field dipped because he wasn't spending as much time, therefore not getting as much reps or whatever. But also, what was he, a starter, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
So when he's not, so let's say he misses a baseball game because you said he prioritized track. Do they have to select a priority sport or something like that? If they're playing two school sports?
There's language in our athletic handbook at Megs that says you have to pick a.
I feel like you've told me that before.
That's really driven by the coaches. If the coaches have an agreement, then it really doesn't matter. Like, you know, you deal with it. But
yeah,
and we kind of did. So, like, it was a fluid situation.
Yeah. So did he miss any baseball games for track?
He didn't miss baseball games. He missed practice.
Okay.
Because what would happen was he would go to track practice.
Yeah.
And then after track practice, he would come to baseball practice. Well, it's hard to build your baseball practice around when, you know, a person might show up.
You just can't do it.
You just can't do it.
He's just going to get to what he can get to when he gets there. Yeah.
And it was hitting that
he was missing.
That he was missing the most. You know, those reps in the hitting, and that's what, you know. That's
Guess what? That's something you could really work on yourself if you want to be able to do both.
Well, crap, you could practice. Well, I'm not going to say.
Well, I mean, you know, if you want to do both, then you're responsible for making sure that you're getting work on the things that you're missing when you're not here.
The next year we sat down and it was like, he's like, I want to play both. And this kid had
still wanted to do it.
He played baseball like when he was one time when he was very young, but he was so good. It was amazing. Just an amazing
freak athlete,
story. Yeah. And you know, we just talked about in a production, like, you know, if your production's not, because it was, you know, it was his senior year, and he had an opportunity to go to the state in a couple events.
Yeah.
So we talked about a lot of things like baseball production. You know, if you're not playing well, you understand. I mean, I understand you're not playing well because you're not getting the reps in practice. But do you understand that you won't? That doesn't. I'm not just going to give you playing time.
Right. It's going to impact.
And we talked about, you know, hey, what happens if you're running down first base and you pull a hamstring? You can play baseball with a pulled hammy. You can't sprint.
You can do some things. Yeah.
You can't sprint. You know what I mean? Your track season may be over if you pull a hamstring, because it's going to take a while to get that healed so you can sprint at full performance. So we talked about things like that, and you know, getting reps. If you don't want your production, maybe after track practice you come and practice, get reps with the JV team, something like that. Talked about a lot of things, and ultimately we decided together that, you know, he wasn't going to play baseball. He was going to run track.
Okay.
So, but I think that's I don't like. You don't tell kids that they can't. Do you tell kids they can't play AAU basketball and play baseball at the same time?
Yeah.
That's a rule. Like, when you bring them together in a meeting, do you say you're not allowed to play AAU basketball?
Well,
no, you don't. I answer for you. If a kid came to you and said, "Coach, I want to play AAU basketball, but I'll prioritize baseball, and I'll be here when we have baseball," would you let them play AAU basketball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
basically my answer is you just can't miss any baseball, right?
Right.
And so you know, and so anybody that's come to me then and said I'd like to do both, and I say, and with that being the answer is, well, here's what our schedule is, and they look at that and they realize, okay, I can't miss any baseball for this, then it's not even going to be worth doing it, right? So either I'm not going to play AAU basketball or I'm not going to play baseball. Right. So it ends up kind of making the choice for them.
And I guess
it's not a hard and fast rule. It's just that I don't want to, like, you can't make, like, your student handbook rule about prioritizing a sport is talking about two school sports, which I
Yes.
Get that, right?
Yes.
Which what we mean by that is that there's language in there that says a kid should say, this sport is my priority, which means if we have a game scheduled on the same day, a track meet and a baseball game, and I've prioritized track, then the baseball coach understands I'm going to miss that game to go to track because that's the priority sport.
And at a different level, if you have track practice in a baseball game, you go to the baseball game because it's a game over practice.
And I still struggle with that.
That's tough because that's what I say. Technically you could miss all practices, but go to the games.
Yeah, and I just think that's really, really hard to do.
And the line in the handbook, I believe, is pending conversation between your two coaches. So there's still discussion. But I think they put that in there to say you have to pick one that is your primary, to put some balance or some order in the decision making, like to take it out of the kids' hands of, well, I'm just going to go here today and
just picking and choosing, right? Yeah, it just, I don't know. You could have. It just seems.
I tell you why I'm lenient.
You could have C.J. Stroud on your team, right? Who's a great baseball player and wants to run track because he knows it's going to help him with football, which is kind of a weird thing that everybody always says track helps you with football. It's kind of silly, I think. I think baseball helps you with football more than track.
I think baseball helps you with football.
I really do too. But anyway, even with that kind of a freak of nature athlete, it's just hard because you're also dealing with team chemistry. You're dealing with
I think if you're consistently gone any amount of time, makes it very difficult.
Yeah.
I think if you if there's some opportunities here and there, I have a kid that's going to play in a all-star basketball game in April.
School type of thing, right? No. Not an AAU thing, but a school all-star.
I mean, he earned it through playing it, but it's not, it's like Ohio, Kentucky. Yeah, it's high school basketball.
Yeah. Like a Mizuno game for us. Probably like a
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ours just happens to be in the summer because there's no school.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that would be a good point. Like if ours overlapped with basketball, it would be our Mizuno game would be happening during basketball season. Yeah. So that would be a good.
And I would be perfectly fine if our kid made it and didn't want to go. Like for us, it would overlap with football, right? Let's say that our Mizuno game wasn't until the fall.
Yeah.
And a kid's like, should I go to this because I'm playing football? I'd be perfectly fine with saying no. It's football season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that all-star game doesn't mean a thing.
But I guess I would say if I was the football coach, I'd be okay with him going to the Mizuno game.
Yeah, maybe you would. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with this guy going to the basketball game. But it was communicated up front, so we know what the dynamic is. He's going to miss.
Yeah. And it's one time. It's a one thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So that's what I say.
We're talking
you're
about
consistently missing
here,
around of time. That makes it very difficult.
It does.
And anyone wants to argue that, I would say, would you allow it in your sport? So football coaches, if your kid could never come on, let's say, what's a good day? On Monday or Tuesdays? Tuesdays is the big hit. I think for most football programs, they really are physical on Tuesdays because they got that. Your Monday's a weight room recover day, and then Tuesday you really get back in it and hit it. This kid's going.
But Tuesday's my fall baseball game day.
Right.
So I got to go to that.
So you're going to miss every Tuesday football practice. Oh, you're not going to be ready to play. You're going to be okay with that? Or what if there's 2 days that they're always going to miss? Right? Let's say they're going to miss Mondays and they're going to miss walkthrough days to get ready for the games. Are you going to be okay with that?
Go into basketball season and say, what if a kid decides he wants to play? They got year-round 7-on-7 now. So I'm just hypothetically speaking, right? What if a kid says, hey, I got these. I'm a football guy. And I got these 7-on-7s. I want to go to on Saturdays. So that means I'm going to have to miss some basketball on Saturdays. Yeah. You going to be okay with that, basketball coach? Right. Like at some point we got to just say, look, guys, there's value here in making sacrifices, making choices, making hard choices. Life is all about sometimes making the choice between a good thing and a good thing. Mm-hmm. You got two good things, two things that you really like, two things that you really want to do, but you can't do them both. Right. You got to make a choice. And at some point, you got to learn how to make those choices and realize that you're going to sacrifice something in that choice. You're going to sacrifice a good thing, but you're also going to be able to pour into something 100%, and that's an even better thing, I think, than trying to split your time. You know, like I don't even like the idea of the primary sport thing, you know, with 2 school sports. It's not even a question if it's not a school sport. If it's a club sport, that you're not saying, well, you know, you can play AAU and you can play baseball, but you got to choose one of those as your primary sport. No, that's not a question. If you're wanting to do both, baseball, high school baseball is your primary sport. If you want to play fall baseball and football, no, football is your primary sport, right? It's not like I'm not at the point where I'm going to like I'm always going to say your school sport is the priority. That's just a priority. Yeah. And if you don't want to play it, you don't want to play it. Yeah. Go play the club sport. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that it would work. I don't know that it could work the opposite way. Because if it's not the priority, you're just kind of showing up when I don't know. Maybe it could. I don't know. So tough. You have a kid that really wants to be a basketball player, really wants to go to college to play basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think it's a case by case basis. But if you're consistently gone, that poses some pretty, not just for that kid, but like I think you mentioned team chemistry. It poses some issues for the team.
For the team,
that
the
are
program.
Probably unnecessary, and you know you'd probably be better off. Both sides are probably better off separating from that and focusing being, you know, if it's that hard of a decision that you can't separate from basketball, or you can't not play baseball, then you should probably accept that and do it.
Yeah, right.
Right. You know, just say, well, if my secondary sport, because there is going to be a primary and a secondary. There's going to be one sport that you love more. Yeah. So whatever it is,
whether you declare it or not,
right.
It's going to be that way. And it could be a different one every week, and that's even worse because now neither sport's getting any good full attention, right?
And I think that's why that clause exists in our handbook to say you got to pick one. There's got to be one that's the always the first choice. But yeah. So we did that. It was. No, I've had kids miss for archery. Archery's, you know, a club sport at Meg's. They've missed for archery, not consistently though. You know, not week to week, but a game.
I've had kids miss for science club. Yeah. What do you call it? Science Olympiad?
Speech and drama. I remember speech and drama being a big thing.
They had a presentation at Ohio State or something like that, and they missed. They had to miss a Saturday game to go do it.
Yeah.
You know? Mr. Bean came out and talked to me.
And that's kind of why I put
season. I'm like, let's put on the calendar.
I think, exactly.
And that's an academic thing too. So that's a whole different.
Well,
it's not a.
Well, I mean, there's
all kinds of other academic things that could get.
There's other people that don't think academics are more important than sports. Do we want to get? We say we do. We say we do, but I don't know that we do. Yeah. I think you talk about it and you figure it out and see what you see what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess as much as it seems like I've got you can't play this rule.
Well, your hard line is around what is the commitment?
Yeah, it's that I just don't want, like, if you want to be partially committed to AAU, that's fine, but you're not going to be partially committed to baseball.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's just, I guess, maybe that's the way I put it. So.
Yeah.
How do we get onto this? We're talking about baseball starting next week.
You can play both at Meg's.
Oh, is that a recruiting pitch? I'm gonna tag OHSA on this one. No, I think we got on this topic because of the sports overlapping so much. And we got a little bit of a rant about that. So.
But February 23rd, this Monday, we're starting.
Yep, and
on the field.
If you look outside through the windows behind you there, it's a beautiful day.
But boy, it's wet.
In the 50s today, maybe, or upper 40s, so it's wet. There's still snow sitting on the ground.
I think it's going to be mid-30s Monday.
I know, yeah. After 4 days of rain, something like that.
Oh, is it going to rain?
Look like, it's warming up this week. Like the temperatures gradually getting, and it's going to rain this weekend probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to go outside. Not anticipating going outside, but love to be able to. So kind of planning for both.
Yeah, you asked me that the other day, and at first I kind of bragged in your face that, oh yeah, it would be outside.
Like you didn't even. I'm like, you sent me. I said, what's your practice plan looks like? You sent it to me. I'm like, that's an outdoor practice plan. So, so you're planning on going outside?
We can make that work indoor.
Scrimmage?
Yeah.
Were you playing wiffle ball?
Maybe.
That's not a bad idea.
But yeah, the scrimmage might be a little hard. I mean, we could add competition to things, but
I saw scrimmage on there. I'm like, man, this field's in better shape than anybody else's.
Well, that was my preseason plan. I told you it wasn't hashed out exactly the way that I needed to for the first week. But I anyway thinking I've got some kids that our numbers are low this year, and I've got 6 kids that are in other sports.
Basketball and wrestling?
Yes. So I was like,
we may only have about
we may not go outside.
15.
We may plan to go inside after basketball gets out of the gym.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the other thing that's a challenge for us, those of us that share a gymnasium with other, with all sports are sharing one gym, You've got, because our girls team is going to advance most likely. They're going to be playing for a while, basketball. They're pretty good. Boys don't even play their first tournament game until a week of baseball. So they're going to be practicing. Girls are going to be practicing. Then you got softball, who's practicing this week, right? I think softball started this week.
They started yesterday.
And then us. So you got 4 different teams trying to vie for gym time if you have to be inside.
Right. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to adapt and be flexible. So
right.
So I don't know. After I sent that to you and bragged about our turf field and always being able to get on it, I was like,
Your football field?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we don't have a turf baseball field. Not yet. Not until.
You're saving that money, I hear. You almost got enough for a down payment on your turf baseball field.
You hear that from who? So I don't know what we're going to do now. I need to, after this game gets out of the way tonight, I'm going to talk to the basketball coach and see what his thoughts are and things like that. So
you got a game tonight?
We do. We play Nelsonville.
You beat them, then you're the outright TVC champs?
Nope. We'll clinch a share.
Okay.
So I think Wellston has a few games left, a few league games left. This would be our last. So we have 2 losses. Wellston has 2 losses. If we win tonight, we'll clinch a share.
Okay.
Yep. So something we actually beat the 2 losses that Wellston have are to us.
Yeah.
Which is
it's a strange.
I don't like that rule. Like, I think if that's the case, the first seed, the first team should be the champ. But
yeah, tell the Mid-American Conference that.
Well, right.
Why Miami shouldn't be in the Mid-American Conference.
I mean, everybody goes by that rule. I mean, everyone does that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody does that. The NFL doesn't do that in division play. If you have the same record as another team, it goes by head-to-head first, and then it goes to your conference.
It should be that way.
I think so, anyway.
Yeah, it should be.
It breaks down. But.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think if you have the same record as Wellston, then there would be a tiebreaker of how did you do head-to-head, and let's say you split. Then maybe there'd be another tier tiebreaker, But with the TVC, it's just always been whatever the record is. That's who's the champs.
Yeah, I don't anticipate Wellston losing because they played really good. They've had.
You think they're going to win out
in the league? I do.
Who do they have left?
They actually have a good overall record. I can't remember. I think they do have to play Nelsonville again, and maybe Athens.
Okay.
So I think they have 2 games left that they got to catch up to this week, but who knows? Basketball's a funny game.
It is.
If you're not shooting the way that you normally shoot, changes the way the game's played.
Yeah.
Getting foul trouble, changes the way the game.
It's true.
Played. Which, speaking of which, I have an idea. This is for all sports.
Okay.
Maybe we should call our expert Nathan Carroll and see what he thinks about
officiating.
This. Yeah. An app that allows coaches to rate officials. And those ratings, only coaches can rate, but those ratings, well, I don't know, maybe you say only ADs can rate. I don't know what it is. But that app, everybody that wants it has view access to that app. So when when fans are in the stands, they can look an official up and know how good they are. When coaches are evaluating officials, whether they want them to ever come back to their gymnasium again, they can look at how they've been rated across the season, across their career, to know really how good they are. I think it would do a couple things. One, it would give the officials something to compete with, like they would give them a reason to call good games. And then two, it probably not, but it might help fans just not be idiots in the stands yelling at good officials. You know what I mean? So I'm going to look this official up. That official's got an A grade or whatever, however we grade this out.
Until you get an official at your game with a D grade and you're reading all the comments about him, and then you're shouting those from the stands. Oh, I see here that the coach from Oak Hill says that you're a bum.
Hey,
I see here.
Hey, but that's the thing. If you don't want that as official, you do better. And maybe
like you do know that half of that is already in existence, right? Like we can rate officials. We're encouraged to rate them.
Yeah, but
on the OHSA.
Our system stinks now because the games aren't preloaded like they were when we used Arbiter.
Yeah,
Dragonfly doesn't have a connection to our HSA site.
So you have to know your officials and load them yourself.
Yes.
Because I don't think I did them last year.
And not only that, I didn't either. Because not only that, but if you have an official with the same name, two officials with the same name, you have to know their ID.
You got to figure out which one is which.
Right.
Yeah.
So it makes it really difficult.
Yeah.
And those aren't available. I don't know what the results of those are. I just know what I rated them.
Right.
But I don't know what other people rate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, to me, I've thought,
I had an AD one time that wouldn't let me rate our officials. He did it himself. Because
was he at every game?
No, but his point was, he says, I know how you coaches get mad at officials, and you're going to get on there and rate them poorly after the game in a heat of emotion. I said, first of all, I can't believe you think that lowly of me, that I would do that I would just emotionally put an answer on a questionnaire. And second of all, the last thing that I'm thinking about doing after a baseball game is going and rating an official.
Right.
I'll do it the next day, or and usually after 24 hours, after a period of time, I can think objectively about how the game went, and and if somebody deserves a negative rating, I'm going to give them a negative rating.
Sure. Right.
And if they deserve a positive rating, I'm going to give them a positive rating and an explanation. So yeah, I thought that was kind of weird because I'm like, hey, what about? I remember asking him, I'm like, I'm supposed to be rating these officials. He's like, I'm doing it for you. I'm like, well, what do you mean you're doing it for me? I'm the one coaching the games. And then he explained. And then he finally just told me, he said, this is why. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's not a legit rating. Uh-oh.
Pat's recording has stopped. Is that because I got a phone call coming in?
Maybe it's spam risk.
Yeah, I just hit the spam. It's
actually uploading. I think it uploads as we record.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. So I'm back now, right?
Looks like it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a legit rating if you do it that way. I mean, the coach has to be the person that rates it, in my opinion. And I don't. Yeah, I'm much. If I have an official that I don't think is calling a game, I'm much more emotional towards them after that game, but I can sit here and tell you right now that with the emotion gone, that I still think they stink. And I know we've lost games that I've said officials did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel pretty confident in the way that I evaluate that.
Yeah, it's a maturity issue.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I have to see what Nathan thinks about that.
About your idea there for fans to be able to see it and everything. Like a social media for officials.
Yeah. We'll give him a cut on it.
Rate My Professor. It's like a Rate My Professor type of app, right?
Yeah,
like everybody can see it. Yeah.
Right. Everyone can see it. Everyone knows. You pick that up. I can see it. Like someone said, no, don't yell at him.
He's actually pretty good.
He's 98%. He's good. He's good.
Yeah. No matter what you're seeing here. Like, I know you thought that was a charge that
let's
he
be
missed
honest.
and called it a block, but
Listen, folks. As long as there are basketball fans in the stands that are yelling, that's over the back.
Oh my gosh!
Then we're not quite
in a position
knowledgeable
to be able
to evaluate officials. So we're not always capable.
Yeah. Yep. It's funny.
Anyways, that's my idea. I think I'm gonna run with it.
All right, you develop that.
The coach's life. Official rating system.
Coaching life official rating system.
Officials and umpiring rating system. I don't know. See what everyone thinks.
CLORS. The Clores. Coaching life official rating system.
There we go. Yeah.
You develop that.
Nice.
Put that up there. I mean, nobody could stop it. We get it started. We'll just send it around to all those coaches and say, rate these officials. Officials can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
You just do it.
But I'm not just doing it to hammer Phil. I'm doing it to help them. Like
right. To be able to tell these fans, hey, back off.
Right.
That's a B+
exactly
out there on the court right now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Now the guy behind the plate, he's an A-. In the field's a D+. You can get on him a little bit.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to be a D+, you got to get better as an official. That's the thing. Yeah. Raise that grade a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
So we're about an hour in. Do we want to talk about Justin Ford from Boston College?
The baseball player that hit the 3 grand slams?
No. Well, was that him?
Not
I'm talking
Boston
about
College.
no. This kid, Justin Ford, hit a home run to tie. I think they tied.
Oh, the Seton Hall kid. He was at. They were playing against Boston College, right?
Was it broke his leg.
Was he from Seton Hall?
I thought he was from Boston College.
No. Okay, I know those two. Those are the two teams that were playing.
The kid hit a home run.
Yes.
And he broke his leg running around the bases.
Badly.
Yeah, very badly.
Badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have watched it, actually.
I have not watched it, but I've heard description, and I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Because someone was like, well, he broke his ankle, and then the response was, no, he didn't, you idiot. He didn't break his ankle.
Like snapped the shin bone in half, basically. Yeah. Yeah, it was a tweet that I saw, and all you could see was, the home run, and you saw him laying on the ground, and then the tweet actually said, there's some debate about whether or not these 2 runs, because a 2-run home run, well, his run at least, should count because he wasn't able to finish running around the bases. And I thought, my first thought was, oh, he must have broken ankle or something like that. And I'm like, well, suck it up, crawl if you have to, just for the win. And then I saw the replay.
Yeah, it was incapacitating.
And went, oh yeah, he's freaking out.
Yeah.
because it was bad.
He couldn't move.
You can remember a handful of those types of injuries happening in your lifetime. In the Sweet 16, the guy from Louisville, what was his name? A handful of years back, came down under the basket. I mean, Rick Pitino was in tears. I mean, it was bad.
That's right.
Yeah, same kind of thing. What was that guy's name? But yeah.
I can't remember. Anyways. Yeah, that's one thing. He should be out. Come on. Come on, you traditionalists.
Can't touch all the bases and stuff.
I mean, I'm a traditionalist, but come on. I don't know what the rule is.
At the very
I
least.
think, actually, the rule is you can have it's kind of dumb.
Put a pinch runner in
to finish
it if you have to.
That is the rule. I think.
Did they have to do that?
I don't know. I mean, the run counted.
Yeah.
They didn't call him out.
Yeah.
So. But then the other perspective was that I saw. Can we just act like we've been here before? Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean, I thought, yeah. Don't celebrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was jumping up and down.
Right.
And there's a third perspective. Don't play on turf. Stop playing on turf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think for something like that to happen, like there was something going on. Like that was going to happen to him. I think he was going to do that.
Maybe.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just jumping around.
But I mean, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
maybe
you've
not.
seen it. I
It
mean,
was
it's
beside the
happened to other
point for
people.
Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so what's your thoughts on that, the no celebration thing? Because I've always been I love one of my favorite. I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Kurt Gibson.
One of my favorite football players,
Dion?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. Oh, okay. So what you like, it's the opposite of Dion. Dion was the celebrator. Emmitt Smith was
I don't hate
score, hand the ball to the ref.
Yes.
Every single touchdown that guy scored.
Yeah.
And then he got the ball back, actually, because
But
he
I don't-
kept every ball.
I just like that. I don't think, I don't.
You don't think it's the right way, but you like it?
Yes.
I do too.
I like.
I
to
think it's
see
more
that.
intimidating.
Oh,
I do.
there you go. And it does.
Yeah.
I did it
Like, I
this
expect-
time, and guess what?
I'm gonna do it again.
I'm going to do it again.
Yep, it makes it look like I expected this. Yeah, I actually kind of enjoy watching a guy hit a home run and just
So do
no
I.
big deal.
So do I.
Just run around the bases.
But
And it
it's-
doesn't have anything to do with that. That's the way the game's supposed to be played. It has to do with this. That's what I expect of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think that kid did a bad thing by celebrating.
No,
either.
I don't either.
I mean, I'm not against double celebration.
I mean, it was a little bit of excessive for the fifth inning.
True.
It's not a walk-off home run. You know,
True.
I mean, I think it was a tying home run.
I think they went up one.
They went up one with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's first weekend of the season, and yeah, but it's a personality thing, really. Usually,
Yeah, I think so. And that's the thing. It's like, the people that are drawing a line in the sand and saying it's got to be this way or can't. I think you're talking about personality.
yeah,
And for a lot of these things that we talk about, it's the personality of your players. And if you're, as a coach, trying to change or take away from the personality of the players, I think you're doing something very dangerous for your team, but also impossible in this day and age.
it's true.
I say that. That's when people look out and they say, I don't like the way society behaves because we used to behave this way. That's the change that you're saying is the change in the home.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the change in the way that we coach them or
right.
mentor them. It's the way that they're being raised.
That's what
and
changes
taught.
society.
Yes.
Is more personal values that you are brought up with, or that you create as
Yes.
you were brought
So
up.
if you if like as a coach, if you're like, this is the way we're going to do it, and you're taking that away, you're fighting against that.
Yeah,
I hope you know what you're getting into. I'm not saying it's impossible, but for me, I think that's very challenging. I think it's very hard to do.
yeah. Yeah, it's almost like, you're already going to be, your kids are going to be competing against an opponent anyway. You don't want them competing against you,
Yeah.
and,
Right.
like, this is who they are. I mean, I get it. If there are things that are going to be detrimental to the team and the program and to them in terms of behaviors, then yeah, redirect those behaviors. But if it's just
Yeah.
exuberance,
I
or-
remember going when I played Legion ball. I remember going to Lancaster, playing Lancaster at Beaver, and it was amazing to me because they all their players they looked exactly the same.
Yeah,
I saw
I
their
remember
facial-
that. Yeah,
They had the same swings.
Yeah.
Their infield mechanics were the same. They fielded.
I remember that. Yeah,
They looked all the same, and it's like, wow,
I felt the same.
But that's not. That's systematic. That's them being taught that way for a long period of time. And if you're talking 4 years of high school, 4 years of college, whatever it is, unless you're from a college perspective, unless you're going out and recruiting that certain type of kid, which you can do.
Yeah.
But still, it'd be difficult to find. Like, you go find me what can cut 34. Is 34 the roster size now? 35.
Yep. 34 and D1.
Yeah, go find me 34 kids that behave and behave the same way and have that personality right now. I've been here before.
Right.
And I'm not going to celebrate things, and
If that's all you're going to recruit.
that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And then if you it's like, well, this kid's really good, but he don't fit that mold. We're going to get him anyway because he's really good. Now you're shaking the chemistry of the team up.
Yep.
Right. So it's just, I don't know. I think it's easy for people to say that's the way the game should be played, but the details behind that are a lot more complicated to get it that way. But I'm with you. The guy, act like you've been there before. I like that statement. You know what I mean? I like that
But
approach.
at the same time, you let your kids do those double celebrations at second base.
I do.
Because they enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just do this every time, But it's just it's not me. It's not my thing.
And I don't like.
And it's not negatively impacting our team at all when they do it.
It probably helps it. And if you would say no more double celebrations, I don't know if that would help.
How much exactly? Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. How much is that helping? Really?
Yeah. If you'd say no sliding mitts,
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fight against them.
I still don't understand the appeal to those things.
I tell you
I
what.
think they look ridiculous.
Let me tell you something. Had a kid last year, Cooper Jude. Tough as nails, man. He slides back into first base. First baseman comes down.
Did not have one on.
Did not have one. Came down on his hand, chucked his hand up good. But he's so tough.
Yeah.
And he just was like, I could tell it was hurting, but he didn't let it bother him. He
Yeah.
just got back up. Like, oh, man. That's why people wear sliding gloves for that situation.
Yeah.
Right
Never
there.
thought about
But,
that. Yeah. That actually getting stepped on. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, he took it. He was fine. But it hurt. I guarantee it.
It's been happening to guys for centuries.
True. And they've been hit. Yeah.
We're not built the same, are we?
Wearing a pitch is a joke now. It's like a cool thing to say. You should have wore that. It's not. It's a baseball strategy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been talking about that in our open gyms and our live bullpens and things like that. It's like you got to want it that much.
Oh yeah. Right.
You want to win, you got to be willing to get hit by baseball.
Yeah, instead. Yeah, your thought process has got to be, if it's in the zone that I can crush it, I'm going to crush it. If it's coming at me, I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
Like that's the it's not get out of the way of it.
Especially with two strikes.
And we need to build that mentality from the time that those kids are 8 years old.
We do,
right?
Yeah, we do.
That hey, the idea is use this as an advantage, and that way, and then you're not thinking about it hurting, right? Because there's a lot of other things that are going to hurt.
Sure. How many kids stop riding a bike because they wreck?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't.
Yeah, people don't stop playing baseball because they got hit by a pitch.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And in fact, some kids get to high school and that's their thing. It's like, I'm gonna see how many times I can get hit.
Absolutely.
I love that kid.
Oh man,
I want that.
Such
kid.
a huge addition. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Because they understand. One, it's kind of it's a cool thing. Everybody's celebrating and everything. But also, I like it because I don't care how you get on base. I want you on base.
Yeah,
and let's
sure.
figure out a way to get on base.
Well, I say 2 strikes.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities with 2
yeah.
strikes, and guys are bailing out of the way.
If you bail
I'm
out of the
losing my
way
head.
with 2 strikes, yeah, we let you have it.
Yeah,
you're going to know.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we covered the gamut.
We did. Yeah. I asked you earlier what the conversation was about, and you gave me 2 things, and we talked about one for an hour, another one for about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all right, though.
Yeah. Well, there's still a lot more to talk about.
There
for
is.
February 23rd.
There is. Hopefully we can get back in after the first week of practice
We should be able
with
to.
half our team.
Yeah.
How many guys you expecting to not be there because of basketball?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
6, you said, right?
maybe they show up.
Oh. Oh,
because I have some kids.
because you're a basketball coach. That was your strategy.
Ding.
I'll be the basketball coach. That way I can say.
Maybe I have. There's some kids that aren't real. Like Maya plays basketball. He sits.
Has he been dressing for varsity?
He dresses for varsity, and he practices for varsity.
Yeah. Is he going to dress during the tournament then? Obviously,
I assume
if he's dressing during the
we had
season.
I assume he will. So, I will talk to to Coach Davis about that just to see. But I would assume that maybe he'd be okay with him coming. If there's some other guys that might be able to come, I may just say I won't try to go after school. I'll wait until we can get in the gym.
Yeah.
Or maybe start staggered a little bit. Have my assistant start it. Maybe we get in the weight room at a half an hour, 45 minutes before we're supposed to start getting the weight room, and then finish in the gym. So I might do something like that. But haven't quite put it together yet. Want to get through this basketball game and see what the plan is going forward. But we're running out of time. All your guys got physicals?
Yep.
Not mine.
Checked on those last week.
Good for you. All your guys play basketball.
We have a free clinic in the school building too that helps.
We do too.
You guys do, yeah.
Just something that coaches have to think about.
The administrative aspects.
Make sure you get your physicals in.
That's right.
All right.
Cool.
Well, maybe we can get together next week and see how the first day of practice went.
Yeah, it's a good idea. One day in, we'll come back in here.
All right. Sounds good.